Okay, I'm going to make this short and sweet for you, Mr. Byrd. So I've watched, you put your 5 videos up today, and it ain't even 5 o'clock yet. So I can tell you're over there sweating bullets. You're all upset and feel like you have to crush Crow now because he put your bud in the dirt. And hey, it's sad, but here's a fact you need to just go ahead and acknowledge, brother. You hadn't led in this space for quite some time. I told you before, you've been following me for a while now. You started with the ambient light stuff, and then you went to the screen coding. You're chasing my heels. Let's just go ahead and call what it is, right? I mean, you're following me. So why don't you take a real challenge? All right, quit picking on these little gray screens here. This little bear stuff that nobody's been using bear for 2 years now. I haven't even seen new bear videos out in a long time. So this is just asinine. For one, because these aren't meant to be in any kind of lit environment. There's maybe a couple of lamps or something, but that's all those kind of light grays are supposed to be used for. And in that kind of environment, you wouldn't want to go this dark, especially not yours. Look at this, and the balls of steel. These are supposed to be stainless steel balls, and they're all blue. Everything, like I say, everything's always blue. It's just you can't get away from the color blue, which is, I'm sure, how your life is right now. Pretty sad. I'd focus more attention on mixing some paint to take care of this kind of stuff if I was you, brother. And maybe get a new camera so you don't have to keep fudging with your settings to get everything to look like it's super, super bright in there, because everybody knows it ain't that bright. Anyway, all right. Game face. Game face. So here's the thing. I almost bought from you 2 years ago, and I realized very, very quickly after watching a few of your videos that you didn't know what you were talking about. You didn't even know what you were saying in one of your videos this morning when you were talking about LCD and LED panels. That's why they're black. That ain't even how they work, brother. I'm not even going to educate you on how they work, but I will tell you that an OLED and an LCD and an LED aren't the same. They don't work the same, and it isn't because the panel's black. That's not why an OLED gets as black as it does. But once again, it just kind of shows just how little you really know. I would say you need to check your mail because you're waiting on 2 letters, I and Q, because you're short on both of them. You really just need to get out of this game. But you're hard headed. You're not going to want to do it. And I don't really care if you got bills to pay at this point because you've lied to so many people and taken so many people's money. You say you only have one customer. I can tell you, many of the people that reach out to me, they come to me because they purchased from you and they were shafted. And there are a number of claims against you out there. So this is not something that people are making up. We don't make up that stuff. That's you with the gain times 7. And think about this, guys. The only way that could be possible if his original gain was a point 0.1. Then it would make sense because this is probably about a 6, 5, 7 gain at most, right? But if your original was even a point 0.2, times 7 would put it at a 1.4 gain, and that is not a 1.4 gain screen. Anybody who knows anything about projection screens can tell you that is not a 1.4 gain screen by any means. It has nowhere near enough brilliance, even in a lit environment, to be that high of a gain screen. So it's bullcrap. You're lying to people. You've made up these little terms that you come up with. They're not real, and that's what's going to get you out of this business. So you remember what I told you I was going to do. Me and right? And I didn't do it because I wanted to show you a little grace. You actually backed off for a little while, and I figure, well, okay, so if people are stupid enough to buy this stuff, then I'll leave that up to them. But at this point, you going off the rails, I say, well, let's just go ahead and end this. Let's just go ahead. I'll follow what I told you I was going to, and we'll let you take that up. I'd go ahead and set aside a few $1,000s because you're going to need it to take care of those things. But we'll just kind of see where it goes. All right. You don't get to make the challenges anymore, dude. You only leaders get to make the challenges. You don't get to make the challenges anymore. Nobody's listening to your challenges anymore. So we'll leave it there. Take care.